Always nice to come back to Quail Hollow for obvious reasons. I've obviously great memories from this place. First win on the PGA Tour 15 years ago. Winning last year. I probably played, my best golf of the year last year here, especially at the weekend. Look, it's been an amazing 2025. There's been a lot of great golf played, but there's still a lot of golf left to play this year. So, I'm excited for the journey ahead. Looking forward to this week. Look, I turn up and try to have the same attitude and the same approach to each and every tournament and try to get the best out of myself. And some weeks that results in wins and some weeks it doesn't. And, as long as I approach every week that way, all I can do is go out there and try to play the golf that I know that I'm capable of. And, as I said, some weeks someone just plays better than you, and other weeks, it's your time. So, I've played over 400 events in my career. I've played a lot of major championships, and I know how these things go, and you just got to go out there and play. One of the things that I talk about with Rutel all the time is you just keep playing until you run out of holes. And hopefully by the time you run out of holes, whoever decided that 72 holes was the end of a golf tournament, hopefully your score is better than everyone else's.
When you're looking at the four parts of the game, driving, approach, putting, around the green, if you were forced to trade one of those elements of your game for anybody currently playing, which would you choose, which part of the game, and who would you replace it with?
I wouldn't trade.
If you were forced to.
But I'm not.
If I asked you what part of a game you admired in somebody else, what other player, who's somebody you admire putting, for instance?
I'm focused on my game. Look, I've achieved everything that I've wanted. I've done everything I've wanted to do in the game. I dreamed as a child of becoming the best player in the world and winning all the majors. I've done that. So everything beyond this, for however long I decide to play the game competitively, is a bonus.
I'm assuming that your reaction on 18 at Augusta was a bit of an out-of-body experience. I'm wondering, as you've gone and looked back on it, what your emotion is when you look at that and just your recollection.
Yeah, I've tried not to watch it a lot because I want to remember the feelings, and I want to, I've talked about this before. I think when I rewatch a lot of things back, I then just remember the visuals of the TV rather than what I was feeling and what I was seeing through my own eyes. So I haven't tried to watch it back too much. But anytime I have, I well up. I still feel like I want to cry. But yeah, it was an involuntary, I've never felt a release like that before, and I might never feel a release like that again. That could be a once in a lifetime thing, and it was a very cool moment.
Bryson said after the final round at the Masters that you barely spoke to him because you were so locked in. Just wondered your perspective on that, and if you've had a chance to speak to him since that Sunday.
I don't know what he was expecting. We're trying to win the Masters. I'm not going to try to be his best mate out there. Everyone approaches the game different ways. I was focused on myself and what I needed to do. And that's really all that it was. It wasn't anything against him or against it. Just I felt that's what I needed to do to try to get the best out of myself that day.